to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channel message for September 22nd through to the 28th. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. And let's see what they have for us. All right. All right. New discoveries, new challenges, new ideas, new higher visions. Higher visions that are coming full circle and aligning up with your higher self, with what it is you intended to speak through, dream up, and bring forward into your life. A treasure chest opening up and all these new gifts being brought forward for you and to you. Releasing and letting go of any sort of constraints or any sort of ideas of what is and what is not possible. And it's almost like there's just this big swirling energy of cleansing, clearing. It's like the energies are coming in and just cleaning, clearing, and really, really fluffing and bringing in some good juju. Good stuff, good stuff. And I hear teacher and teaching. So there will be some new teachings coming for you, and that you are a teacher. So know that we teach in many different ways, but our own life and how we do our life is our biggest example of good teaching. Yeah, I hear comfort and discovery, and I also see, for those of you that like or in tune with crystals and rocks, I see some rocks coming forward for you that are like, this is really speaking to me. You know, everything has a vibration and an energy, and you can learn to receive the message from anything, but sometimes there's just this magnetic pull to certain stones or rocks that's like, oh, I got to have that. That's mine. And I feel really good about this too. You know, it's just really, it's totally calling you. So just so you know, it seems to be a darker rock is what I'm seeing, more so than a crystal. But yeah. For a lot of you that were climbing a ladder, or I see you getting to the place that you intended to go. But I also see you taking the time to sit there and go, well, that was really fun, and that was interesting that I planned that, or that came to fruition. And I don't feel like it was difficult, because these last few steps are just so easy. And I do feel, though, that I want to bring in myself into my path, into my awareness, in terms of doing things that are in tune with my energy. I also see you knowing that you may not know the terrain you're in, and so you would want to pay attention to using what is available or current, or according to the vibration, the location that you are exploring, that you are venturing into. Think of it as wearing snowshoes. If you really want to go hike in the snow, you need good snowshoes, right? You wouldn't maybe you might take a new creation to try, but you might try snowshoes first to see what they do and what they don't do, to know what you're going to do. Or because of the land and the location, that's what you use. So that's what I see. Because the land and the location that you're going to be in, you're going to use what is known to work, that does work. You know, and that has to do with just being mindful of traditions, land, respect, you know, how cultures work differently. I'm hearing something about the land of the rising sun. It reminds me of the song. Well, that's New Orleans, right? That song. But they're talking about the land of the rising sun. I feel like there's an area that is known as that, the land of the rising sun. And I feel like I'm hearing that because it's not just the rising sun, it is the vibratory energies of that land, the amount of light that pours in, the amount of new beginnings and relaxation and expansion that land also brings in. So I don't know what state that is like that, but yeah. Anyways, I'll check it out. You know, I am getting kind of a feeling of like New Mexico, though, for some reason. Navajo land a little bit. So Arizona, and so there's some energy there. Yeah. I see for a lot of you too, they're putting one red feather in your cap. So I feel as though you've had a great accomplishment, that there has been a physical accomplishment. If there's some of you that have been working on your energy, eating better, exercising, being mindful of where your mind is, it's like the great accomplishment on your own physical energy. And, what you do to your physical affects your emotional and your mental. So I see this red feather, like, oh, we're giving you respect, great respect for who you are, and comfort comes in along with that as well. Let's see. Let's see what they want for that whole week. All right, they're showing me the sacred spiral. So they're saying because you're centered, because you are very attuned to yourself, and you've had this allegiance with what is right for you, and I don't want to say that. Toning? Attuning. All right, thank you. Attuning to that vibration. I see the sacred spiral coming around, because at first I thought it's just something that's coming back around, but they said no. They said it's the spiral. Everything, in other words, whatever you see out around you is a reflection of what has come from the center, which is you. All right? Where's your center? All right? So be in alignment with that. Very good to work with the white light, just really bringing that white light straight down, and just kind of, I know people like to work with chakras and things of that nature as well, but you might see like a beautiful rainbow light coming through, and or just a white light iridescent, and kind of attune and explore it and get in tune with it, because it is your flow, your energy, your expansion. I see some of you maybe looking for a weekend home, a vacation home. That I see some sort of something. It's almost if somebody is going to, like, oh, let's just get a little tiny home and keep it here, or let's get a mobile home and we're going to keep, or prefab, however they call it, home, and keep it here. But a home away from home, vacation, but home away from home. So I see that, and I feel like there's a little interchange there too, for whatever reason. I see you making deep emotional strides, deep spiritual strides, that these deep spiritual strides are also emotional, the depth of emotion that's being brought into you. Because, when you're out of the human, we are human, but when you expand yourself, then the depth of emotion that you can feel from the higher vibrations of life are extremely expansive. And I see this expansive psychic, emotional, vibratory energy field being brought in. It is really powerful, really solid. It's not going anywhere, so you can lean into it and depend on it. Some of you have done your good work, is what I hear. Now, some of you, I see, it's like, I feel like you got a little, they're showing me, they're doing this with my hand, so it's like there's a little pebble here, and it's rough, and I'm trying to, like, smooth it out. So this is something that someone has given you, and while you want to give it back, only because it doesn't necessarily belong to you, I feel like the way you're communicating with, okay, think of this as a harshness, okay, that somebody has brought to you. It's not big, but it's something that you're going to work to smooth it out, so that when it goes back to them, it's with love. It's like all smoothed out. Very often, sometimes people like, well, if they just say they're sorry, they don't say they're sorry. By the time a sorry comes, or I'm sorry comes, it doesn't matter anymore, because you've already moved beyond it and past it. So that's kind of what I see. It's because of, it's like you already know the truth. So it doesn't really matter. There's such a grace about this, because we're all going to need forgiveness. We're all going to give forgiveness, either now or later. We will. So this is And you're not doing this as like, I'm going to work to smooth this out so I can give it back and tell them, hey, I don't care anymore. This is, it doesn't matter anymore. You know, very often too, you know, whatever this, how they say, hurt people, right? So be mindful. Hurt people, hurt people. But we also have to be in vibration with that hurt. So, yeah. All right. Let me see if there's any sort of a theme for that. I hear emotional balance. So, emotional balance. So, let's pull a card here. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these. I've got a little bit. They just started giving me like a little bit of a headache too, like right here. Feels a little bit like sinus energy or something like that. But I feel like it's because there's some confusion. So they're saying, you know, it's temporary. Don't try to think it into where it's not confusing. Just let it resolve itself. All right. All right, let's see what we have here. Life talks to me. I call out to God. God answers. I listen for the answer. Might be the next line I read, in the next picture I see, in the next words I hear, or in the next person I meet. God is everywhere. All right. Beautiful. All right. Thank you all so very much. Namaste.